like the major influencers before, I can't remember who said it, was like YouTube is the best one because it can go viral like at any time. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it on like Twitter or Twitch or whatever, like Twitch you have to be live. No one's
Oh
like
yeah.
really searching Twitch for like topics. They're just searching to like go look at like live people streaming or whatever, you know what I mean? But if
Uh,
somebody's like searching for like a particular topic, they do it either through Google, or if they want a video of it, they always do it through YouTube. So I feel like YouTube is probably
where the
the
fuck are my glasses?
best bet for um the sort of the main platform that we should be using.
No, yeah. So before we get started, I am recording, and before we continue, actually, can you hear me better, Matt? Have you turned up my audio on Discord?
That is a little bit better. Yeah. I can turn up your audio specifically.
Yes.
How do I do that? Is it just in
Hover over
settings?
my face or whatever my avatar is, right click on it, and it should give you an option to adjust the user's volume.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, we lost Nate. All right, so
You're at 200% for me, and it's
yeah,
still a little low.
okay. Well, I will adjust settings as we progress through these
Okay.
podcasts. Hopefully, my audio will be okay on my end, but we're supposed to run on or have some technical difficulties on the first few podcasts, but we'll figure all of it out. I guess in the meantime, we should just wait for Nate to come back and then we'll get started.
Yeah.
Cool. How are you feeling, by the way? Legs good?
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Your volume's way better now.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, my DoorDash is here. I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess I will also try to use this time to figure out how to get my camera to show. Hmm. Where, oh, where?
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the squats were good. I think I need to. Oh no, we already did up my weight a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So maybe next week I'll do it again. I'm not sure. Just a little bit. Progressive
Um,
overload.
we could do that. I was thinking instead of doing 5x5, you increase the rep range to between 8 and 10.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Just keep the weight, but increase the reps. That's what I'm thinking.
Just practice form. Yeah.
Yes, yes, essentially. I mean, honestly, like this week, they look really good. Um,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm getting better with the form part. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, form's looking good. Feet's looking good. Um, yeah, stance overall just looking good.
I'm gonna have to buy some flat shoes at some point.
Only if you really, really, really want to.
Well, just
Yeah,
taking my shoes off just to squat is kind of annoying.
fair. Um,
You can't hear me chewing my food, can you?
as of right now,
By the way, I know what happened to Nate.
true. I think he's trying to get his camera to work. I hope.
Oh. Do you have your camera on? Because I can't see you either.
I'm running into a technical issue where when I have OBS recording, it takes over my webcam, so Discord can't use it. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Hmm.
So, but I'm trying to prevent like I don't I have a couple of like other scenes in here already, and if I have to delete my camera, I guess I will because it's not even that hard to put it back. So let me remove it. Hit yes. I need to remove this.
Yeah, do you have to like delete the camera source on the OBS and then have it record only the screen or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Starting. I just have so many sources that I gotta remove. Still not working. All right.
Plus, the other reason why we always need to have video is because that's part of the marketing strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is like short film, TikTok, or short form like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Shorts. So it's like if we don't have video, how are we supposed to do that?
Right. I mean, at that point, we just become like an avatar, which is okay, but I would prefer being as real as possible. What did Nate say? Internet bugging out on me. Okay, well, he is having internet issues.
Geez.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. He's on Wi-Fi. You're on Ethernet, right?
No,
You're not on Ethernet either. Okay.
I don't really ever have issues on our internet. Our internet here is pretty good. My uncle like pays for like the best speed that he can possibly get. It's like 1 gig down and something like that.
Not bad. Yeah, well, I mean, so yeah, I'm running into a technical issue with just my camera, but I'll figure that out. Probably gonna have to use a different recording software, but that's just another bump in the road. Um,
Try Streamlabs.
well, Streamlabs is just a variation of OBS, anyways. It's basically because I'm using OBS and or Streamlabs to record, then I won't be able to access my webcam because those applications are already taking it. Um,
Nate said to invite him to the call.
he should be able to just join. I don't know why he can't invite, or we have to invite him again.
I saw something on your screen for a second there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw like the dish. I think I saw like the OBS like logo or something like that.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey,
There you
hey,
Hey.
go.
hey! I did
Yeah,
it. I
sorry,
figured
like
it out.
my fucking what do you call this? Your internet was bugging out. I can't do video today.
That's okay.
If that's gonna be an issue, I can just join in for the next time. But I'm down now. Like if y'all good.
Oh, good, man.
Not
It's all
an
good.
issue, dude. It's all
All
good.
right,
All right,
we're supposed to
Your
be
face
running into
not
the.
aesthetically pleasing, anyways.
good.
Oh, damn.
Any
Really
excuse to not have to be on video anyway. So all right.
roasted. Okay.
Let me do a fucking outline for today's podcast. How to podcast equipment, webcam, mic, software, topics. Figure out an intro. What is on the audience? What is
Wait,
the
are we
show about?
recording already?
Yeah, we've been recording.
Oh shit! Why am I
Yeah.
eating on camera?
I mean, we can edit all that out.
So I guess one of the first topics is get everything ready before starting a call.
Yeah,
Uh,
podcasting 101. Actually, be ready.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
I
do
I
some
expected these. I expected these little hiccups. All right, it's fine.
get your
It's
mise en
fine.
place going.
Yes.
Ooh, how
Um,
about that? We connect kitchen terms with
with the
like
podcast.
streaming
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Heard.
or
Um,
behind.
corner. Anyways, let's see.
All right.
So,
Are we
yeah.
doing
So
intros first?
yeah. Well, we should have an intro. We should figure out a good intro for ourselves. I
Yes.
think we can just start off by saying welcome. This is our inaugural podcast on how to start a podcast, how to podcast. Um, just three guys. Oh, I guess we can introduce ourselves. I guess you want to start with that.
You wanna start with that, Frank, and then we'll
Sure.
follow from there.
All right, I'm gonna stop eating.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Frank, and I have two other excellent co podcasters, I guess. Um, Matt,
I am
Nate.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fucking looking at.
my name is Matthew Ong. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about myself. I I've been wanting to do the podcast thing for a while. Um, in real life, I'm a chef, so I'm sure there'll be cooking topics on here at some point. But yeah, it's just should be fun, guys.
Hi, I'm Nate. Currently in college right now, also in the restaurant industry. So every now and then you'll also hear kitchen topics from me. But I'm here with my two friends, maybe friends. I barely know these people, and we'll see how it goes from here.
All right, awesome, awesome. I love that start. Good start. All right, so just a preference, give the audience some context. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing. We have no idea how to start a podcast.
I think that's
Um,
fairly obvious at this point.
I hope. So I want this first podcast, honestly, to be more or less kind of like it's like a mini business meeting, trying to flesh out some topics. Maybe we talk about equipment, like webcam mics, what kind of software, how we're gonna run the podcast, some social media platforms we will be on, so our audience can get real life updates with us and or just updates overall on where we're taking the podcast.
Cool, sounds Gucci.
All right, cool. Bring up the document that I have for us. Where is it? Okay, there it is. All right. So I want to start by like I guess we can start by figuring out like let's define our roles within the podcast. I'd like to say that I want to be like a moderator so we can like stay on track as we progress through the podcast, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Okay.
not good with that kind of shit, so yeah, all you, buddy.
Okay. All right. With that being said, Matt, how would you like to label yourself? What kind of title would you like?
I was actually thinking about this in the shower earlier.
Yeah.
So, so basically, since the because we're doing this as like a business meeting type thing, right?
Uh
So,
huh.
basically, because this podcast was my idea, I think I should have like controlling interest in it. But as far as like monetary, I think this is just like a important thing to discuss before we get started because this thing will eventually be bringing in money at some point. So
Mm-hmm.
I totally am fine with like splitting the revenue and profits like three ways evenly since it's like a creative collaboration between the three of us. But because this is kind of like my idea and like my passion project, I would like to at least have like uh um, control of the channel itself at like a 52%. You guys can be at like 24, 24. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not.
Yeah.
I just feel like we should talk about it. So
Uh, is that something we should be talking about like in camera though? Just because like if the moment we bring money into the podcast, people might think it's more
as a money grab,
disingenuous.
as a
Yeah,
money grab.
yeah,
No, I don't
yeah.
think so. I don't think so. I think the people that should be listening to this podcast are people that might be a little bit interested in business just like myself.
Yeah,
So
I
I
agree with
think
that.
that these are kind of like issues that every business should be talking about. Every uh, obviously we're doing this as like a side hustle for now, and we don't know if it's actually going to take off. But I think it's important to have these sort of conversations in any type of startup business, like before everything gets rolling, because we don't want to be like all of a sudden, oh shit, we like made 100 grand, and like now we're gonna talk about like how we're gonna split it, and then there's gonna be like animosity because like I was always expecting to do it perfect three ways or whatever, and then you guys were expecting like, oh, Frank wanted like 85% or something like that. So
Yeah, I
you know
guess,
what I
yeah.
mean? So
No, yeah,
I
I
just feel
agree.
like it's better to talk about it before we ever get rolling. You know what I mean? And
I think
I think it's it might be beneficial to the viewers to kind of see that you should be talking about it, before
Mhm.
things
Yeah,
start up.
okay, I get that. I get that. Yeah, yeah, my main concern was just like if we start talking about money on camera, it was just gonna be people might think that like what do you
Um,
call this? It's more of a money thing than a passion project thing, which I know it's a passion project for us, but like just don't want to send the wrong message out there, kind of.
No, that's
If you
fair.
catch my drift.
No,
no,
I
no, no.
understand
This
both
is
your
a good,
points.
yeah, this is a good conversation. I think this is something that we haven't really talked about as far as like what the identity of the podcast is gonna
Hmm.
be, because like we
Yeah.
talked about a lot of like funny comedy point ideas, but then like when me and Frank were at the gym the other day, we were like talking about how like we want to be able to uh put out content also that's not only going to be funny and entertaining, but hopefully we can like throw in a few things here and there that are going to, sort of help people, um, or maybe kind of improve people's mindsets
Right.
even.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like self improvement type stuff, financial stuff. I want to talk about real estate sometimes. Like I don't want it to be like all the time just the pressure just to be straight up funny. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Just
I, you know
like
what I mean?
we're people too. We're not just characters on the skit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
us to be
Yeah.
able to talk about like anything that is like going on in our lives that we feel like we need to maybe get a second opinion on, or maybe we're trying to improve ourselves, or maybe it's like a book that you read that like you really like is really good, and then you can recommend to people, like that kind of stuff too. So
Yeah, I agree. I think all of this with that being said, Matt, I agree. I think being transparent with our audience as much as possible is better than just having a filter over us. And I think this is a great start. We just be as transparent with not only with our audience but also with each other, just from the
Hmm.
get go. Because again, like um, I realistically don't expect us to be taking off within like a month. 3 months would be still
Okay.
wishful thinking.
That's
I'm
very.
seeing like I mean like this if we are consistent enough within like a year, 2 years, like sure, I think we will be able if we can stay within 2 years consistent of just this podcast, that'd be like really good. I think I mean overall I think I just have fun just talking to you guys like
yeah,
you know every Monday
Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 Like
catch up.
just talk about talk shit, talk life,
Yeah,
right.
maybe even have some fun along the way.
I hope we have a lot of fun along the way. Right. So yeah, so back on more titles. Nate, what kind of title do you want to hold? You can make up a title for
Uh,
yourself.
I guess. The way I see, like, I'm more of a just as a person, I'm more of a reactionary type anyway.
Okay.
So, like, I was thinking, I'm the guy you two can bounce off to, maybe have a quip here or there.
Mm-hmm.
Just just Matt can be the jumping point of the conversation, and then the way I see it, I'm more of a like what do you call this? I can get the conversation like properly rolling, like you know, so I can get it going. If that makes sense. Like yeah,
And yeah, no,
like
I
just a
see where
person
you want
to
to go.
bounce off to, maybe even say some wild shit here and there.
Oh, the wild card. Right, right, right.
Yeah,
That makes yeah,
exactly.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I was trying to like tiptoe my way around that, but yeah.
No,
Be
perfect.
real, Nate. Stop trying to be PC. You said you were gonna say lots of out of pocket shit,
Uh,
man.
I, 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 to the audiences listening, for legal reasons, that is a joke.
Perfect. All right, so I think we can move on after giving ourselves some unofficial titles. I love that. Let's see. I guess is there any goals we are looking to achieve within either the first 1 to 3 months of doing this podcast? Like I like for example, like we said that we would like to try to get at least 4 podcasts in a
Hmm.
month. So that would be every Monday. We'd just come together around this time, and then I mean, we have a list of topics to go through anyways, so I don't think we're gonna be running out of topics to talk about.
Anytime soon, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like just get a basis of identity for this podcast, like
Mm.
establish establish our pacing, our chemistry with each other, just try to get our quote unquote, you don't see me, but I'm doing air quotes right now, but our brand going,
Mm. Yeah, that's a good
like
idea. Yeah.
this what we are, just establish ourselves, this is what we are, this is what we talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good points. I like that. Thank you. Also,
yeah.
as we're doing this podcast, I'm taking a shit ton of notes right now,
Hmm.
so we can reflect back onto it at a later date.
But yeah, uh, Matt, what's your thoughts and opinions?
As far as like the direction of the podcast, I mean, I
Yeah,
think
like our
Or goals.
goals. I think we definitely should be trying to get at least 2 hours of content out per week.
Okay.
I think that's like not even that much compared to other creators out there. Um, like we discussed, I think we should be like trying to leverage like shorts and TikTok, YouTube shorts and Facebook shorts like as much as possible, like with that chopped up like main form content that we're going to be producing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like the best marketing strategy for us going forward. Um, Sort of to just like we said, drive traffic towards the main channel, towards the long form content. Um, and like just to be transparent, I hope we make money off of this because like uh you know the three of us are not rich dudes right now.
oh, you can say that again.
So, if we could make a little bit of cash doing this and not have to be stuck in the rat race and maybe escape the matrix for any of you Andrew Tate fans out there, then you know,
Oh
maybe we
no.
can do that. I hope we can do that.
And maybe even set an example for our audiences. I mean, granted, I am a horrible example of a human being, but you know,
No, I'm
if
actually glad
if
that we're
someone
starting
like me
this.
can make it out, then y'all have a chance.
Of course, of course. I mean, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people are all talk. At least we're taking the very first step into doing the podcast. I don't like. Again, it's probably a very shitty podcast, like our first one. I wouldn't even
Oh
consider
yeah,
this episode number 1. This is like episode 00. This is
yeah.
just
This is
like,
like point 0.5, point
yeah,
0.1.
we're just trying to get like figure shit out. All right, before our actual real first episode, which is literally within a week, anyways. So at least we're taking the first step into what we say we're gonna do, because all people, like a lot of people, are just all talk anyway. So let's take what we say, put into action, and then like let's say we're not getting the results that we want. That's we just logically take every single step forward and take as least amount of steps backwards as possible, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's a great point, dude. Like you don't even know like how many people I've talked to like just in my life about like, dude, we should do like some sort of like YouTube content, or we should do like some sort of like podcast or like some sort of content creation. Because I was
Mm-hmm.
like the the capital like risk is like so low,
Yeah.
but like the potential payoff is like so insane that like you'd be like stupid like not to try it if that's like something that kind of even interests you like a little bit, or you think that you might have fun doing it. Like you'd be stupid not to try at least at some point, right?
Oh
Because
yeah, I definitely agree.
it's like not that much of a time commitment, not that much capital commitment, and then like the potential payoff is like so crazy, right? So like if you're trying to like get ahead in life, or you're trying to make money so you can take care of your parents or your wife or your kids or whatever the thing may be, and like you just feel like you're just like stuck financially, it's like this can be a way out if you have like entertaining, if you have like an entertaining personality, or like you have entertaining friends. So I've actually like told like so many people like in my life before, like I want to do something like that, we should try it, and everybody's like, yeah, that'd be a good idea, but like no one ever actually is like, yeah, I'm down. That's why I was like so excited when you guys both were like, we're
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
I'm
we could
like,
do
what?
that. Yeah.
Really? I was like, really? Okay, cool, let's do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited. I just
No,
had to
yeah,
say that.
no, yes, I definitely agree with that. As a failed Apex streamer, like that was a very fun adventure that I went on solo. It was hard. I learned a lot, at least. How much it takes to really become a successful streamer. It's not as easy as people think. And leveraging social media alone, like that, doing it all on your own, is very, very hard. So I feel like with this new adventure that we're going on, I have you guys to go on with. It's gonna be fun. I love making content. Um, but this is a new form of content, and this time around, at least I have uh, a little bit more knowledge on how to leverage social media, and hopefully we'll be able to tackle TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels like way better. Uh, but yeah, just very
Yeah. So,
excited.
mm. Yeah. So you mentioned you were an Apex streamer once.
Yeah.
What was what was the what do you call this? Um, with what you know now,
Mm.
how was it? Like, what did you learn? Your do's and do nots. At least to get us some basis. Your do's and do nots in streaming, and how was this three-man podcast different from when you were doing it solo?
Gotcha. So
Like,
I think the main thing is like when you're making video game content,
hmm
people or the audience or your viewers honestly don't care on how like good you are at the game, if that makes sense. Like yeah, you could be like some people out there is like, oh great, I can drop like a 20 bomb in Apex. Like sure, that's like really good, but that kind of content like rarely ever takes off. I think the most successful form of content that takes off very, very well and has like repetitive views is educational content. So that's why I really like that this first podcast is it's labeled how to start a podcast or how to podcast. And this is like literally again like a business meeting for us, like a mini business meeting for us to figure out like, all right, this is how we all think we should start a podcast. So now let's take these things that we think and then put into action and
yeah,
let's see where it goes within the
see
first
if it
month.
works.
Yeah, yeah.
Say if it like I don't know, it hits or miss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, totally forgot. Totally forgot. That's such a good
Yeah, by the
segue.
way,
Yeah.
guys, that
What
is the
what?
actual name of the podcast, is the hit or miss podcast. Obviously, we're not going to be perfect, right? So we're going to have a lot of missed moments.
Yes.
So just bear
Yeah,
with us.
yeah.
Great segue.
Maybe.
Thank you, Nate.
Yeah. You see how I just slipped that in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Now that we got that going, Mr. Moderator, what do you recommend? I don't know. Let's say with equipment, webcam, just stuff in general. What's
Well, yeah, since this is like our first podcast, within the first month I'm like actually the first week I said like in our previous discussions, like I don't think we really need that like crazy amount of equipment. Just use what we have right now.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I'm using a Logitech webcam. I'm using a really, really shitty mic. I just have software that hopefully makes it a little bit better. And like honestly, Matt, your webcam on point.
Yeah, I was
Nate,
about
when
to
your
say,
webcam
like, where you get
comes
this?
through,
Where did you get this webcam at?
I just bought the same one that Frank is using. I just
Mm.
ordered it on Amazon. It came in yesterday.
I'll
Well,
put the
what's the
link in the
webcam?
Google Doc. It's a
Mm.
It's
Logitech program.
922X.
Hmm.
D922X.
Mm. Like, is that the brand or is that just the model or?
Oh,
That was the model. It's a
Ah,
Logitech. The brand
okay,
is
okay.
Logitech.
but yeah,
But yeah,
just starting off with like no equipment and like slowly progressing to getting better equipment like later on. Like sure, like I've watched about 5 different how to podcast videos and they like recommend like some Samsung microphone, and I'm just like, I don't even have the money for that right now. Let's just, I think it's better that we just start. Just start, get the message out, build an audience, and like the true fans will stick around if our content is good enough. I think that's the most important part. Like I don't think the webcam is that important. Like yeah, just a little bit. The mic, just a little bit. As long as it sounds okay, right, and the audience can hear you. But like for me personally, I think it's the content that will carry us through the years to come.
Yeah. I was just about to ask that. Actually, this is a question for both you,
Mm-hmm.
Frank and Matt. Um, our platform, will it just be solely YouTube, or are we doing it on Spotify, putting it on Spotify or Apple Music? I mean,
Mm.
Apple Podcasts. Like,
Um,
are we solely gonna be just a video podcast, or are we gonna be like old audio podcast too?
I was actually thinking about that. I think YouTube is a good start, but I was also thinking SoundCloud because I think SoundCloud
Mhm.
is free for sure. Spotify, I think you have to pay some form of fee and or royalties to get like your content
Mm.
uploaded, but SoundCloud I'm pretty sure is free, and that's basically like just an audio platform anyways. So
Yeah,
YouTube and SoundCloud would be the answer.
the reason I asked is just because what do you call this? Like moving from here on, if we have a video, like
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys, if you have a video format, which is the YouTube one,
Mm-hmm.
is like it'll vast it. How do we put this? It might affect the way we project content because like with YouTube, you have the help of visual aids. So like when we talk about things, like what do you call this? There might be some things that translate well into YouTube because they have a visual, like they have something they can see, but
Mm-hmm.
won't translate as well when it's just purely an audio format.
Oh yeah, 100%,
So let's say
100%.
like you're talking about like a painting, and you can just post it on the video and YouTube. But
Yeah.
like with the audio listeners, they'll be like, unless they know what that painting is, they'll be like, what the hell? Like, what are you talking about? So like, I'm asking that now just to see like what platforms we're using and how are we gonna like dictate our movements
Mm-hmm.
to be able to accommodate like both video and audio listeners. How do you, Matt? What do you think?
Um, I think we have to be primarily video